We got some breaking news, Broncos country. Welcome into the Broncos Breakdown by Chat Sports, where Courtland Sutton has officially agreed to an extension with the Denver Broncos. Going to break down what all of it means, where he currently sits in terms of the NFL, and in terms of highest paid wide receivers, that is. But you should know that this is a 4-year, $92 million extension, which comes out to about $23 million per year. Only $41 million fully guaranteed. So it's an excellent and super team-friendly deal. But before we dive into the contract and what it all entails, what it all means for the Broncos, what's your one-word reaction to Courtland Sutton's extension? Oh, this is good stuff. But it's also why you sub, right? News, completely covered. Our subscribers, 37,630 on our way to 38,000. We will cover every bit of Broncos news as it comes in. A little bit more now about Courtland Sutton. My one-word reaction to the Courtland Sutton signing. Necessary. You had to sign your wide receiver one with a young quarterback. It is like one of the cardinal sins to go against building around your young franchise quarterback. The Broncos get that better than any team here in the entirety of the NFL. So that 4-year, $92 million extension, I'm sure the Broncos are really happy with, and Courtland Sutton is also very happy with. He is now locked side by side, step in step with Bo Nix, which is awesome to see. Now, where does it rank him amongst the top wide receivers in terms of money in the NFL? Well, I can tell you this, not top 10. But we didn't expect him to get top 10 money, did we? I've said multiple times on this channel, I don't think he's worth top 10 money. However, with how the wide receiver market is always being reshaped, especially now that you're seeing more than $40 million a year being paid out to guys like Jamar Chase, it wouldn't be crazy to think that Courtland Sutton could have gone out and asked for more than $25 million a year, just based off of the market and the salary cap. But I think Courtland Sutton also understands it's about winning. It's about building continuity with Bo. It's also about making sure that even though you're trying to go out and get the most that you can guaranteed, thinking about the team around you. Because the more money that you command, the less money the Broncos have in available cap space. And the less money the Broncos have in available cap space, they can't go out and sign guys like they did in Drake Greenlaw, Talanoa Hufanga. It all trickles down. So now Courtland's the 18th highest paid wide receiver in the NFL, which I feel like is a really good spot for him. I have said multiple times, I view Courtland Sutton as a top 25 wide receiver in the NFL. Probably somewhere between 21 and 25, 22, 23. I feel like it's a really good spot for him. So I really like this deal. I think it was good on both ends. I think Courtland Sutton made it team-friendly. I think the Broncos were also very happy with this, considering that Courtland Sutton has been incredibly reliable over the last couple of seasons. And last year was arguably one of his best seasons he's had as a Bronco. I think he's well on his way to having a even bigger season this year, considering the Broncos offense is probably going to be taking that next step forward. But I feel like right now this is a very good spot to be in. So a 4-year, $92 million deal I am completely okay with. I think that this is a perfect deal for both Denver and for Courtland Sutton, who came together. All reports indicated that talks were going really well, so it sounded like they were on the same page from the get-go, which is what you want to see. You could be guys like Terry McLaurin, who are not even close to a deal done with his current team, the Washington Commanders. So having both sides being on the mutual understanding and the fact that you still have to prioritize paying Bo when his rookie contract comes up, if you pick up his 5th-year extension, this is a really, really good deal for both sides. Really happy about it. Before we continue on and talk a little bit more about the Courtland Sutton deal, do me a favor. Use this link that I've put in the comments and description of today's video. It's chatsports.com/Broncos jersey. Completely customizable. It's in this sweet midnight black color. Contorts to the body very well. I've already ordered mine. It'll be coming in the mail here very, very shortly. So if you want to rep the exact same stuff that I'm wearing here on the Broncos takedown, Do me a favor, use the link, like I said, that I've put in the comments and description of today's video. So my take, this locks up Sutton and Bo stride for stride. These two are linked together moving forward, and that's what you want to see. I'll go back to what I said earlier. It is a cardinal sin to, the first cardinal sin when you have a young quarterback, in my opinion, is to keep the exact same head coach that you did the year prior. So I'll give you an example. When Caleb Williams was drafted and Matt Eberflus was already on the hot seat, they kept Matt Eberflus and had Caleb learn under that system. I would have scrapped it. I would have completely scrapped it. Now, you might be looking at it and go, well, the Broncos were in the same situation. After they got rid of Russell Wilson, they draft Bo Nix. Are you saying they should have gotten rid of Sean Payton? There's a huge difference. Sean Payton is worldly renowned as a future Hall of Fame head coach. Universally renowned is what I meant, excuse me. So, I mean, it's apples and oranges in this case, but that's one of the major cardinal sins. The second cardinal sin is making sure or not making sure that your young quarterback has sufficient weapons around him. Well, the Broncos now got that with Courtland Sutton and Bo Nix. His wide receiver one target through and through. And I couldn't be more excited to watch these two going forward in 2025. Do you like the Courtland Sutton deal? Yes or no? You should be saying yes. You absolutely should be saying yes right now. And if you think no, let me know in the comment section why. Do you think they overpaid? That's like the only thing that I could think of. But outside of that, there's not really a reason that you would feel so strongly against not liking the deal, and I don't even think it was that much to begin with. A little bit more about the deal. Mike Kliss tweeted this out. There's $41 million in guarantees, including this year's $14 million. So just an extra $27 million guaranteed in this 4-year, $92 million deal. So essentially what you're looking at is like, what, 4 years, $10 million basically. I mean, that's all you're really paying out unless he hits his incentives. So that's a great way of breaking it down. You're basically getting him 1 year for the next 4 years at $10 million a pop, which is incredible to think about. So if that helps you break it down a little bit more in terms of how team-friendly this deal was, that's exactly what you should be thinking. Just some final thoughts to wrap it up. I'm really, really impressed with this front office. I think they know the value of Courtland Sutton and what he brings to this Broncos offense, because take him out of the offense right now. That means your number one is most likely, at this point, Marvin Mims Jr. Say what you want about Mims. You could love him a lot. He's not a number one. So making sure that you understand where you are in terms of your place on this roster, Courtland Sutton definitely knew. He knew he was a wide receiver one. He knew he had all the bargaining chips, and yet still went out and decided to say, hey, listen, I'm going to make this nice and easy for the both of us. I want my money. You want to get a deal done. We want to work together to get a championship to Mile High, and that's exactly what happened. We are going to keep you updated with all the latest out of Broncos training camp as well. Just a little quick PSA right now. I know people have been mentioning it to me. There's been so much going on throughout the day here. I can't get to every bit of news right as it comes in. I do know that Alex Singleton went to the locker room. A little bit more on an update there. When that comes out, he was clutching his hand. Drew Sanders, also an injury. It is not a tendon injury like we previously thought. It is actually a ligament issue, which is good news considering tendons are a lot more serious, but he is going to be out well north of 4 to 6 weeks, which usually means 7 to 8 weeks in my opinion. So he will definitely not be available for week 1, 2, or most likely 3. I think the earliest you could probably see him back is week 4 against the Bengals, but most likely a week 5 target against the Eagles. That is going to do it for us on today's episode. A reminder to subscribe to the channel if you have not. And as always, be cool.